What's up guys, welcome to my Q&A video. I collected over 49 questions for you guys and I've written them down because I can't read the questions from my phone while recording. So yeah, that's why I sit here and read them with, with a piece of paper in my hands. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you guys want a part 2, just let me know. So yeah. Thanks. What were some lessons that you took away from your experiences woofing? Okay, so I learned that I kind of learned it the hard way because I kind of have troubles taking orders from people. I've always had problems with that. But one lesson that I learned from doing woofing / workaway is that you have to respect that you get to stay at a farm or a place for free in return where you work for them. And what I learned is that you have to remind yourself that you are working for them and they are your superiors, and there's nothing wrong with that. I had so many good experiences where they treated me very good, and sure, some people might be unlucky and have some difficult people to work with, but definitely learn how to be humble. It's still something that I have to work with. It's very hard for me. I'm working on it, but doing woofing learned me to become more humble and respect people more. That yeah, just learn to respect others, know your place. You are just a worker there, you're not the owner of the farm. So yeah, just accept. That's when I made the video accept everything, you know, like that's where I recorded my first like workaway video, where I talked about accept everything. That was in France when I worked at the farm there, and I learned that you just have to accept the position that you're in, you know. And definitely I learned so much about myself doing woofing / workaway, so I think you will learn a lot about yourself doing that, which is amazing. It's very good doing this. So that's definitely a lesson I got. All right, next question. How to dopamine detox, social media, corn addiction. Okay, so addiction is something you have to not validate, but you have to it's something you have to do to feel good instantly. And yeah, exactly, dopamine detox. Yeah, you have to get quick dopamine, so you have to go on social media or watch porn. And honestly, the way to overcome this is to find something else to replace it. Something else to, like, let's say you have this urge, you have to find something else to please yourself. And with social media, what I would do is try to be social, literally, physically, not to go on social media, but because you're craving something, you know? So if you have a social media addiction, you need to be more social physically. You need to go out, be with your family or true friends, hang out with them and have fun. And when it comes to corn addiction, it's a masturbation thing. You have to masturbate with your imagination. Because the reason you want to watch corn is because you have the urge to masturbate. So you have to disregard watching, like you have to disregard the corn and start. Whenever you feel the urge coming, you have to just not touch your phone. Just touch your your thing and use your imagination. That's the best way. How do you cope with the fact that existence is finite? To be honest, I don't really think about. I don't worry about it too much. To be honest, I'm actually happy that this life is limited, you know, because that's what makes this life so special, and I feel it's a gift and a blessing. Like I'm not Christian, but the way I say it, it sounds religious, but you know what I mean. Like, you have to be very grateful that you have this life, and you have to live it to the fullest and do whatever you want to every single day. What is the best food for longevity, and how long do you believe the real elites live for? The best food for longevity is raw liver, raw brain, and fresh blood. That's all you need, because it's the least amount of food with the highest nutrients, and that's what makes you live the longest, because food ages you, and the more you eat, the faster you age. So you have to eat as little as possible, but with the most nutrition. Advice on hair health, like how to get hair back, receding hairline, or like shedding. I will actually make a full video on this where I cover how I wash my hair, how to take care of your hair, how to do certain things for your hair. I will make a full video on it. How do you sleep? Sleeping position, pillow, sleeping mattress. Okay, so right now I sleep on a normal bed, you could say. It's not on the ground. I haven't experimented too much with it, but I am open to do it. But basically my sleeping position, I sleep on the side and on my back. Sometimes it's a mix of both, like back and side. I don't know how to explain it, but pillow, yeah, I sleep with a pillow. I like to sleep on an incline, slight incline. Sleeping mattress, I never tried. I mean, I slept on the ground many times, but I don't know, sleeping mattress, I haven't tried. What do you think about the current situation of Europe? This can also be a different topic or a full video I'm gonna talk about, but it's not looking good. It's not looking good. That's what I can say. The immigration, the military, the recruitment, it's a little bit scary. But yeah, like I said, I will probably make a full video on this. Now, this is a good question. Would you ever think of completely living in nature if the world got any more screwed than it already is? Like finding a girlfriend that would go with you, spending money on clothes and a gun potentially, or a bow and arrow, and living in the most remote, beautiful place possible? I might just do it someday, and I am interested if you could leave your life behind in that way, so to speak. I would easily do it, because right now I don't have anything that's holding me back. Like, I don't feel attached to anything, really. I could probably do it. I think that would be really a good life. I just have to learn a little bit more on how to survive, and I might consider doing it, like, no joke. Alright, next question. Hey Tord, I have some questions. Would you be interested in founding a Primal Village? That is actually pretty cool. It sounds pretty cool, but it's probably gonna be really difficult. But yeah, that would be pretty cool actually. A Primal Village. Man, that would be so cool. Yeah, I would do it if I had the resources for it, for sure. What drives you to think the way you think about any topic? I've always been driven to express myself and tell the truth. That's my main motivation behind it. It's so hard for me to hold things back. I have to say it, you know. Are you / have you been into RPG fantasy culture? Yeah, I'm actually very interested. I love Lord of the Rings. I love like video games, like RPG. I used to play them. RuneScape. I love MMORPG games and Final Fantasy. Kingdom Hearts. I love RPG games. So fun. And I like medieval themed video games in general. I love also series like Berserk. Really good. Like anime. Do you plan on traveling the world? Yeah. I'll probably not travel the whole world, but I kind of want to travel to Asia and maybe Africa. That's what I want to do. I've been in most of the countries in Europe right now, so I've been to the US once in Florida, and that was a good experience, but I'm probably not gonna go to the US anytime soon. How to delay the closure of growth plates in bones? What would you do if you could be 14 again? Yeah, I already made a video about this, what I would do if I was a teenager again. So I pretty much answered there. But delay the closure of growth plates. It really depends on the person, because like me, for example, I am a very late bloomer. I was a very late bloomer. I reached puberty very late, so it really depends on person to person, but try to be in a more parasympathetic state, relax, eat a lot of raw fat for your sutures to get more soft. That's probably it, to be honest. It's not really that hard. Like, the only thing you have to do is just relax and do whatever you feel like doing. And eat naturally, of course. And prioritizing raw fat, 100%. Because it's the least macronutrients in humans today. Raw, like quality, raw saturated fat. How to deal with loneliness and like primal family. Yeah, it can be kind of difficult sometimes, because when it's hard to fit in, you know, when you go against the mainstream and what everyone has been taught nowadays. But honestly, you should just try not to talk to normal people, like especially close-minded people, about the truth, you could say. Just try to find like-minded people and stick to them. I have a few questions. How long does it take you to eat raw meat? I don't understand the question. How long does it take for me to eat like meals? Or how long did it take for me to actually start eating raw meat? I eat my meals last like, it takes like 10 minutes for me to eat my meals, I guess. But I really enjoy eating raw meat. Like, it's not something I don't enjoy. Yeah. Are raw eggs good enough for a fat source if I'm getting fat from meat and raw milk? Yeah, if you're getting fat from meat, yeah, but it has to be a lot of fat. Raw milk. Honestly, I would substitute raw milk with raw butter. butter is way better because, yeah, like I said earlier, we're not getting enough raw fat, so raw butter is probably the best fat source if you don't have access to brain or bone marrow. Or obviously you eat the fat from the meat too, but it's most people don't have those fatty cuts, so butter is much better. I would eat raw butter. How often do you find yourself lost in thoughts? Have you found it easier to stay present by living this way? Okay, so this is really weird, guys. I'm not joking, like when I started eating raw meat, especially more cholesterol and raw fats, I swear my mind is more expanded now. Like I can see through bullshit now. I see through so much stuff now, and it made it actually kind of worse. Like I am more lost in my thoughts now because I think about everything now too much. Like I am trying to live for the moment. Like I can do it. I can live for the moment, but it's hard for me. But like it's not bad or anything, but I'm just way too philosophical. I don't know how you say it. And the last question with I can't really answer it here on YouTube, but I don't believe in it. That's my answer. I don't believe in it. What did you work as before farmer and full-time YouTuber? I worked just a normal 9 to 5. I worked at a grocery store, and I worked 2 storage, like warehouse jobs. One with books and one with local food. How do I start with eating raw meat, and especially raw organs? Liver has a very rough taste at first. Alright, so what I recommend you to do is to cook your meat first and cook it less and less over time, and eventually you will eat raw meat with the muscle meat. And raw organs, I would recommend you to cut it into small pieces and just swallow it without, like, while holding your breath. Because some people are so brainwashed and conditioned to that they just can't eat organs, you know. So I recommend doing this method. Liver has a very rough taste. Yeah, liver can be strong because of the nutrients, you know. Like sometimes it burns in my throat, just like with blood, because of the nutrients. But if it tastes bitter, if it tastes like disgust, like absolutely bitter and bad, then it's bad quality, 100%. You have to get unvexed. How did you source blood, and how can I source it? Okay, so I'm very lucky. I live here in Germany, and blood is actually normal to consume here because people make blood sausage, you know, and the butcher makes blood sausage, so I'm very lucky that I can get the liquid and drink. And how can I source it? You just have to go to a butcher or a farmer and ask when they slaughter the next animal. And because they're gonna throw the blood anyways, so you have to collect. You can ask if you can collect the blood. Have your wisdom teeth ruptured since eating like this? I don't know what that means. Ruptured? Like as in torn out? I don't know what it means. I haven't had any problems. I got way better space now in my palate since I started eating this. So yeah. Can you make a video about typical claims around the primal diet or animal-based diets and debunk them? I'll probably not make a video about it, but I'll just say right now that fiber is... A lot of people say that we need fiber, and that is absolutely incorrect because humans cannot digest cellulose, which is fiber. And the reason people have gas and bloating is because of the fiber. It's because of it being indigestible, and that's why we have problems with our gut, like IBS and general problems with our gut. So it's absolutely a myth that we need fiber. That's all I'm gonna say to it. That's all I could come up with. Where did you come up with the name Bloodsteel? Bloodsteel is actually from another YouTuber. It's a bodybuilder from Czech Republic, and his Skype name is Bloodsteel. So because I thought it was really cool, so I just copied from him. So yeah, my name is not original, just saying. I copied, I'm a copycat. What's your favorite food? Right now, the thing that comes in my mind instantly is blood. I know people are probably gonna say that I'm really boring or something, but people probably thought I was gonna say pizza or kebab or burger. But I'm telling you, blood, it's just blood and bone marrow. Blood, bone marrow, and raw honey. Yeah. Oh. Okay, I have to cut that out. That was fucking cringe. God damn it, voice crack. I told you I'm a late bloomer, I'm 24 years old. Man, that was so cringe. Should I cut it out? Fuck. Alright, next question. Do you have a girlfriend? No, I don't. How has your perception of life, mood, and overall mental state changed over the years? Alright, so again, I made a video about this. It's called You Can't Act Masculine, where I explain it. This is where I explain your question. Favorite cut of steak? Probably ribeye, entrecôte. Yeah, because it's fatty and tender. I like tender, soft steaks. I don't like the tough steaks. Have you ever been to Poland? We can meet someday here, or Germany? Yeah, I've been to Poland many times. I love Poland. I've been to almost all cities. My favorite city so far is Gdansk and Krakow. I don't know if that was the correct way of pronouncing it. Is raw meat safe? Because I'm afraid of eating parasites and worms. It's... yeah, this is also a pretty big topic, but to answer it shortly, you shouldn't worry about parasites and worms. It's the drugs and the other things that's injected in the animal that you have to worry about. Raw meat is completely safe. You're eating what you're made out of. You're just eating a part of an animal. It's not... And if it's healthy, it's impossible to get sick. You have to understand where illness come from. It doesn't come from bacteria, viruses, or parasites. It comes from toxins and bad environments and drugs. Toxins are drugs. So, how do I handle blood when it comes to coagulation? Okay, so when I drink my pig's blood, it's already pre-whipped. I don't get that much. Like, many people thought that I didn't get any coagulation, but I actually have a little bit coagulation in my blood. But you have to understand that not all of the blood coagulates. You can whisper it, I don't know how you say wisp it. When you don't want everything to coagulate, you just have to take a stick or a rod and just wisp it a little. And store it in the fridge. That's what I do. Did gym help you grow taller? Why do you regret it? Okay, so gym, I think actually the gym stunted my growth. Like, I'm supposed to be more developed and taller. Because obviously when you go to the gym, you spend your testosterone up on repairing the muscle. And during puberty, it's a bad idea to go to the gym because your growth hormones, your testosterone gets spent on the muscles instead of the bones, the growth, which is really bad. So yeah, I regret doing it for sure. How to deal with acne? Acne is a detox, a way of detoxing. Like, there's nothing wrong. I mean, it's bad that people have, like, it's abnormal to have acne nowadays, but it's actually good that you get acne because it's toxins leaving the body. And you might experience acne when you eat Primal for the first time, especially when you drink raw milk, because of the fat-soluble vitamins. It transports, it sucks up the toxins and flushes it out, and of course you're gonna get acne. But it won't last forever. It will last many months at most, a couple months at most. Do you believe in other continents, also nuclear weapons and hidden races, creatures? Yeah, I actually believe there's something else in this world, that the map that we know of is not just the only map we have. I think there's something else beyond the Arctic wall. And hidden races, creatures. I heard from a friend, my friend in Belgium told me that dragons exist and giants. It's just that they are at a different frequency, because right now this is a lower frequency than the beyond the ice wall, and that's where they live because it's more better. Sorry about that. It was storage full on my iPhone. I had to delete a couple videos. All right, so yeah, I think you know what I said in my last answer. All right, I'm gonna have to go through this quick because of the iPhone storage. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Hopefully a father. I really want to be a father and living on a farm, or at least self-sufficient. That's what I hope to see myself. So, how do you find fertile women? Yeah, that is a good question, because it's very hard to find fertile men even nowadays too. For the women watching, it's not only women who are toxic, but yeah, fertile women, birth control, yeah, true. Honestly, on the countryside, it's obviously the best. You can find more based people in general there. Religious people too. You can find religious people. Christians and Muslims, yeah, they are pretty based actually when it comes to health, like with the birth control and traditions. So yeah, I would probably just go to a church or something and try to convince everyone that you're a Christian, and then start a family there with a girl there. Is it possible to treat acne scars? Yeah, I heard from Oceanus that with pineapple, you can rub pineapple. No, was it coconut cream? I think it was coconut cream. Yeah, you can rub coconut cream every evening or something, and it will heal. Or raw fat in general. I'm pretty sure you can heal it. Like every evening, just rub a little, some quality raw fat. What conspiracy theories do you believe in? All right, so this is. I believe that the towers. It was an inside job that I believe in, and I believe right now I actually believe the Earth is. Like, I'm not a flat earther, you could say, but my answer to what the Earth looks like is I don't know, because as far as I can see right now, it's flat, right? So I'm very open-minded when it comes to that. So those are the two main conspiracy theories. They're not really conspiracy. I feel it's real, you know. Where in Germany do you live? I live outside of Berlin. That's where I live. How do I know if it's detox or salmonella E. coli? If I'm getting symptoms, I'm worried because I bought my first raw meat, which was raw chicken yesterday from the butchery. Alright, raw chicken is very hard to find. Like, proper raw chicken is difficult to find because so many chickens are over-medicated nowadays and they are fed absolute garbage. And the same with pig. So you have to be very careful. You have to look for unvaxxed. Basically, when you look for raw meat, especially organs, is if the animal was unvaxxed, and the animal can eat grains, but it should be organic. It shouldn't be pesticide sprayed grains. Like, the best food is as natural as possible. That's what I'm saying. Do you think today's youth is straying away from discovering their spiritual selves? I don't know. I'm not that into spiritualism, but I mean, you could say that people don't know what they're doing now. Like, they don't know the meaning of life. Like, they don't realize why they're on this earth. But I believe that we are on this earth to reproduce and live for the moment and just have fun. Be as happy and healthy as possible. Like, that's basically what life is about. This is a funny question. How much do you goon? At least once a day, but with my imagination, of course. Can you give us healthy hair guide? Yeah, like I said, I will make a video about this. Semen retention? It's not good to restrict yourself. You should always do whatever you feel like doing, but watching corn is wrong. You should not do semen retention, you should do corn retention. That's what you should do. How come pig's blood didn't coagulate? It's like I said earlier, it's because the guy already whispered it. I don't know how you say it in English. Fermenting smegma, I don't know what that is. Hey, how much potentially can I grow in height if I'm 18 and 5'8" and drink raw milk? And how many I don't know this American metric. I don't know. Fuck it. I'll just say liter to you. How much do you recommend to drink daily? My parents and siblings are all taller than me, by the way. Yeah, it sounds like you were malnourished. You were probably not eating good enough. But I'm sure if you are a late bloomer and if your growth plates are still open, I would recommend you to drink like 3-4 liters of raw milk a day. Like Austin Wayne, just pump your body with nutrients and growth hormones. When I tell people my opinion on food, society, and other things, they see me as weird and extreme. I never cared what other strangers thought about me. Even my family now see me differently, and it makes me feel hated. What do you think I should do? This is something I also experience. I think I talked a little bit about this earlier. You just have to not talk about those things. You have to keep those things to yourself, and because I've heard many people who had problems with their family and they actually split apart because they couldn't handle the truth. It's really sad, but you just have to accept it. You need to just keep it low key. And man, these voice cracks are fucking crazy today. I don't know what's happening, but yeah, you have to keep it low key. Not you shouldn't really not force, but try to keep it, don't talk about it too much. Just accept that they don't want to change their life. Do you plan on removing your tattoos? Nah, it will spread throughout my body. It's not a good idea. Was the reaction to you drinking blood in that video staged? Actually, it wasn't, because I was actually really hungry. I didn't eat for a couple hours after I woke up, and because I was going to get the blood, and when I finally got the blood, I swear I was so happy. I was really high, like especially when I drank it. It was like crazy how good I felt. So that was not staged, 100%. When you started changing your diet to raw meat, organ, blood, and improved your physique, did girls start noticing you more and approaching you, or did you still have to be the one approaching them? Honestly, I have gotten attention from girls before eating raw meat, because I was into going to the gym, and I was rocking like these TikTok haircuts, and obviously I think I have pretty good genes. Like, I'm not trying to boast or anything, but nothing really changed that much. Like, you have to keep in mind that I don't go out anymore, so the odds of me finding women are very, very low now compared to back then. But I'm sure if I was eating raw meat during my teenage years and started to develop much better, and I would not have any acne, because I struggle with acne and bad skin, I would probably get more attention for sure, because I would look more better. Why follow Goaties diet over Ashenes diet? I too once followed Sverige, but Ashenes is where it's at. He's not wrong on anything. Okay, that's a little bit too religious. Like, to say that Ashenes is not wrong on anything, that's a little bit too religious, in my opinion. But the reason I like Goaties diet is because it's more updated, you could say. It's like a more updated Ashenes diet, because Ashenes back then didn't talk so much about anti-nutrients, because he's still, he promotes celery juice, and the vegetable juice and all that, and there wasn't much information about anti-nutrients back then. So in my opinion, Ashenes is a goat. I'm telling you, he's a goat, but I feel Goaties is better because he talks more about the organs and the blood. More powerful, nutritious food than just plain raw meat and milk, So that's why I follow Goaties more, because I feel better. I generally feel better when I eat the way Goaties eat. Why you got brainwashed by Goaties? I mean, a lot of the things I agree with, a lot of what he says, and he really opened my mind. And it's funny how people say like, why you got brainwashed by Goaties, blah blah blah, but no one talks about why you got brainwashed by Ashenes, blah blah blah. Like, whenever let's say I look up to Goaties, everyone calls me a Goaties fanboy, but there's so many people who looks up to Ashenes and no one says anything about the Ashenes fanboy. It's because Goaties is less popular than Ashenes. That's why, yeah, that happens. Or I think right now Goaties is more popular than Ashenes. Is it possible to meet you? Yeah, probably. Like, what are your intentions? I hope you're not gonna kidnap me, but yeah. Yeah, we can meet. If you want to hang out, sure. If you're close, we can hang. So, like I said, I live outside of Berlin, border to Poland. So yeah. Anyways, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, it was really fun making this video and reading all your questions and answering them. Let me know if you guys want a part 2 or if I'm gonna make something else. Oh yeah, I will make a new what I eat in a day video without dairy, and I will also make a healthy hair guide, like everything you need to know about hair. So I will make everything, like a very long video about it. All right,